Hey everybody, so here is the base for my C-3PO. So this was 3/4 inch MDF that was CNC cut with just these sort of relief lines, a design that I made. And I didn't want it to be square. I wanted it to have these angled corners, just a little easier to move around and not bump into things. And I think it's about 23 inches or so square. So these things are 1-inch steel pipe flanges with a 1-inch threaded steel pipe insert. I actually don't even know what these are for. They're in the plumbing section. I assume it's for some sort of plumbing related thing, but these are just bolted down with some 1/4-20 nuts and bolts. I would not use screws because this is just MDF, and if you use screws when you put the mannequin on, it might be too much leverage, it might pull them out. So I used bolts. I just drilled all the way through. The 1-inch steel pipe that's here is a smaller diameter than the mannequin that I have. So I'm in Canada, and I didn't want to use PVC pipe. I used ABS pipe. So I used 1.5 inch, what they call is 1.5 inch diameter ABS pipe. So the inside of this, the outside of this steel pipe is not the same dimension as the inside of the ABS pipe. So what I did was I 3D modeled and printed these orange spacers, whatever you want to call them. And I didn't want to just use the 3D prints because I was lazy. It would take forever to print. So I actually printed them with only like 2 or 3 walls thick, with a little bit of like a socket at the end that would fit right over the other end of the threaded steel pipe. And then what I did was I pushed it on and I poured casting resin into it. So it's permanently kind of like bonded to the steel pipe now. And I could actually, if I want, yeah, I can like unscrew it just to show you. So it's still threaded. Okay, you see the white resin in there, right? So I poured that in there. And then when I modeled this plastic adapter, whatever you call it, shim, it basically plugged right into the end, and then no resin could ooze out. And I just filled it just a little bit shy of the top of the threading, and then this allows me to like just transport it. If I want to put it in a car or something, I can like unscrew these things just so they're not taking up as much space, right? But this is not going to go anywhere, and then that way the leg of the C-3PO mannequin will just go like that, chunk chunk like that, and like this is, I don't know, 5 inches tall or something here, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall off by itself. The MDF base is also quite heavy. This is 3/4 inch MDF here, and this is also, I believe, 3/4 inch MDF. So underneath, just so you can get a look at it, there's the casters. Okay, so these are swivel casters. They go all the way around, and they do not lock, right? So I'm not going to be putting this on a hill or anything like that anytime soon. And there you can see the underside of the bolts coming through for the pipe flanges. I didn't put washers there. I didn't have any, and I don't think it's gonna pull out, right? I mean, unless someone does a football tackle on this, it's probably never gonna pull out. So, but this is great. Just on my washing machine, I didn't have a counter space free, but you can see there's about, I don't know, there's about 5/8 of an inch clearance here. So it looks nice. It's kind of flush to the floor more or less, but it rolls in any direction I want, and it'll just make it easier because even a static display 3PO can be quite heavy once you get all the parts onto it, right? So yeah, I hope that helps you out, and thanks for tuning in.